Well, hello and welcome to a new video of a YouTube channel I created to keep my sanity within level society considers acceptable. I'm confused than usual. We are playing Skylines today, a game which lets you, instead of ruining the lives of a single innocent family, ruin the life of a lot of innocent families. Precisely everything that fits into these squares. Our goal is to build a city similar to the city you can already see in the background, although I'm pretty sure one single hurricane could flush every building with it. Anyway, new game! Map. As you can see, there are a lot of maps, some that I have and some that I don't have. Let's see. Eden Valley? That's what I call a challenge. Let's make the worst Eden out there. Eden Valley has quite a nice collection of natural resources to exploit, excavate, like rocks, moss, and tree. Boring. Oil is where profit is. Additionally, it has highways, railways, waterways, and airways, aka faster ways to make profit. City name. Always a hard choice. Leave while you still will. Yep, that's it. And there we are. Hello, be gone. This is our land. This is a big river. That is our connection to the outside world. And that's a mountain with something on it that's either rocks or dried up radioactive waste. Either is fine with me. So, in order to make the worst Eden possible, we need some sort of functioning city to mess up. And by functioning city, I mean the experience you get when you are in a coma. Not quite dead yet, but also not very alive. Right here we have our current funds, population, and their overall mood. Currently, grumpy 0, but believe me, it won't get any better than this. We have $70,000 and the intent to spend it all. First things first. Let's have a quick look around and plan our city. Okay. That right here. Got it. Now we start by building a 2-lane road, which is back on the highway and away from the nightmare we will create today. And we can also name our roads. Turn around. You have been warned. How long can these names be? Seriously, you should not. Aww. Well, let's stick with turn around, you have been warned then. Now that we have a road, we have access to more and larger types of roads, like 4- and 6-lane roads. We don't need that for now. Let's start simple by building a road next to our lovely river. This will shape our future city. So wide, so lush, so beautiful. Every city needs people. We need someone to torture after all. And this is done by simply adding roads and residential, commercial and industrial districts. And before you realize, a lot of potential victims can't wait to build their new homes. If only it would always be that easy to get people to voluntarily be test subjects. So that's our little town, and they immediately demand stuff. In this case, the basic needs of modern human life: water and electricity. Weak. Since we need them happy for now, let's meet their demands. So we pump some water out of this river, which definitely has drinking water quality, and produce electricity with this efficient and therefore environmentally friendly coal power plant. Glory to carbon! We could also take an advanced coal power plant, which apparently has a filter, but we don't need that, and connect to the city. Done. People happy now. Oh yeah, that water has to come out at some point. Back into the river it goes, unfiltered of course. That's why I'm sure this river doesn't have drinking water quality. We are maybe not the first city which borrows some water from this river. With 440 victims, we reach our first milestone, Little Hamlet. Now we unlock more stuff, like garbage, schools, healthcare, but most importantly, taxes. All the way up. With our new funds, we can expand our city's public services. Recycling center or landfill site? You know the answer, so landfill site it is. Let's hope our garbage problems take care of itself. There we have a clinic. Secretly a lab for experiments, but don't tell anyone. I also found something right here. This guy has not only the fanciest car of the entire street, but also the fanciest car of the entire city. You deserve a reward. Not that I will give you one. There's also the question of education. Actually, I wanted to go down the medieval ways of life, keeping my residents stupid so they don't get any wrong ideas. But education means more people are willing to move in, so this is some kind of investment. Here's the proof. People want to move in. No objections. Okay, for what it is, it looks nice and cozy. At 900 victims, we are considered a worthy village. What were we before then? So we are eligible for public safety services like fire and police departments. I guess we are just now worthy for burglars. So fire department here and there. We don't want our victims to die in a fire. And a police department for good measure. Don't forget to expand. At 1400 victims, we get access to parks, and as you can see, our people really need one. Let's see. In the middle of town, surely you don't mind. More expansion. Next up, let's add a specific type of industry, and since we have an almost perfectly clean river, I choose fishing industry. Build a fishing harbor, connect to the streets, and build a fishing route. Yep, there we go. Look at them. They are having fun, but we still have a lot of river to cover, so why not add more fishing harbors? That's much better. I can already hear the profits. Make me money, you fish factory and fish market. Cemetery needed? I have never felt happier. That's a lot of skulls. I guess garbage problems didn't disappear. This is fine. Just wait until it decomposes. While we continue to hope for the best to our garbage problems, I just noticed that we have fertile lands to the north and forests and oil to the south, which means more industry, more horrible working conditions for our town folks, and more money for me. But more on that later. First we need the right to build stuff on this island, then some expansion. Okay, time to plan. Let's build a street around the fertile land, then make some space for a village and a bridge. Helps to connect people, and I'm just placing some random streets to get some living space. Welcome to your new home. Its purpose, make me money in the fields. Where have I heard of that before? All of this shall be your new workplace. And with the construction of the main farm building, yes, consider yourself important to our operation, we unlocked all kinds of farm fields, orchards and pastures. All small sizes because we value nature and efficiency. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once more, found a more fitting street, a 2-lane gravel road for the true natural farmland experience and perfect for our farmland vehicles. They should work in a natural environment after all, and leveled up. More fields and factories, more profit. Requires crops to produce flour. I got plenty. Some expansion. Speaking of expansion, let's build a second entry into our city. Perfectly aligned. I can already see the traffic chaos. You won't believe how much energy so many farm buildings and cattle sheds require, so we need a stronger form of energy production. Greetings to the oil power plant. Uses the efficiency of a coal power plant and multiplies that by 120 megawatts of environmental friendliness. Isn't it beautiful? I just found the best building in the game. A wonderful wooden fence to keep all people inside the industrial area. Applegate plantation. We can find a better name for our industry. Let me think. No one will hear you scream in this, and we keep the plantation. The demand for houses is awfully green all the time. I guess we need more living space for more potential victims, which makes me question the sanity of some of them. Well, you asked for it. And with 7,500 subjects, we are considered a big town. Really big town. Incineration plant. Ways to give my stinky residents their stinky garbage back. Fishing island. Oh yes! And connect. Perfect. Truly commercial fishing doesn't mind. Since our farmlands reached level 5, we can add one of the best buildings in the game and get our people to work in a money-making but animal rights neglecting slaughterhouse. Hope you like cheap pork chops, although the description contains the word hygiene and efficiency, but we all know that that's a lie. And what goes best with a cheap delicious steak? A creamy milkshake. So milk parlors we need. Isn't this looking wonderful? No need to say anything when there are improvements to make, including space for more people. And there's the traffic chaos I promised, but we can fix that with more streets. That will do. This is fine. Traffic's flowing, just very slowly. Next milestone. Now we aren't considered a big town anymore. From now on we shall be called a city. A small city, but a city, which gives us access to the hydropower plant, or as I like to call it, the Flood Maker 3000. Guess what the 3000 stands for? Careful, flood coming through. Good thing that the fishing boats don't mind the sudden dryness, or the cars on the highway the sudden wetness. I also love that we extinguished all grass with this flood. And welcome to Random Intersection Expansion. Soon to be all yours. The farmlands fulfill their purpose in making us a crap ton of money, and we will use this money to fund our big next industrial project, forestry, all the way down here. Trees aren't safe. Nowhere. With all these new districts and expansions, we are running low on power, so we shall add a geothermal power plant, which sucks all of the Earth's warmth out of it for us to use like parasites. Looks like we have access to the ocean even further south. Build some infrastructure, just a little. Since our potential labor force needs a way there, I built new connections. Why are you still here? And the base for new labor homes, also known as Random Intersections Part 2. Gates are open. I just want to point out that I'm sitting on $1 million right now. With a little bit of love, passion, we can turn this empty land into a tree-destroying and money-making machine. Our very own industrial tree not very friendly removal area. Your new workplace. Have fun! And yes, this is all made from the smallest squares because I value nature. This entire industrial area reached level 3 within 1 minute and we are acquiring 1,447 tons of wood. Totally can't imagine why we can't find enough buyers for so many raw forest products. They fulfill their purpose and make me money, so I don't care. What fits best into a healthy forest full of at least on paper healthy trees? A huge factory with a huge chimney with a huge potential to pollute the environment. Okay, this is actually somewhat good looking. On the other hand, nothing goes over the exciting and violent manual removal of trees. Take that, nature, I'm the mayor here, and the traffic mayhem is already beginning. So it's a job well done. Now let's assign more living space for more workers. What the heck happened to our initial industrial area? I guess competition was too hard. I would also prefer a nature-like smelling forest instead of a filthy factory. Let's try making this more efficient. I just purchased an area with train tracks. With this cargo train station, we can ship our products even faster without the need of a highway. 1, 2, 3, 4. Connect. This looks so awful. But it's working, so I'll keep it. And the line is building up. Why do you all want to go to this one cargo train station? Well, it's up to you. As long as it works, I don't mind. Just look at them all waiting. Seriously? I don't need you anymore. I make enough money with killing trees, crops and farm animals. Hello city expansion. Long time no see. Traffic lights included. Doesn't only ruin your day, but also your trip. I'm continuing the traditional ways of random intersections. Be ready to live in the highest, fanciest and most overcrowded houses in the entire city. Also look at these trucks trying to escape. I'm sure I can improve this entire situation. Let's add a direct connection like this and create one of the best intersections ever. There we go. Traffic is flowing. With traffic flowing, we can allow more workers into the city. I also noticed something interesting. For some reason, everyone wants to change lanes at this point, although there's no logical reason, which means we slowly but surely give our own madness to our confused citizens. I just checked leisure meter and some of our victims are extremely unhappy, indicated by this pleasant red color. I'm definitely not a tyrant, so I should give a small reward to my hardworking people. Have some Japanese gardens for all your hardships. You are welcome. Home of Stuff Store. Your address for all kinds of stuff. Population of 34,000 volunteers reached, and now we are considered a capital city. Universal education? Thanks, but no thanks. These are rookie numbers. We need more. Since we are now a capital city, we should be thinking about expansion. Expansion requires money, and as mentioned before, oil is making a ton of money. We have this unused body of ocean to the very south of our city. Just a few. Now we only need the proper infrastructure and some fishing routes. And within seconds we have a bunch of happy fishermen plundering the ocean of its valuable resources. Look at them all go around in circles. Apparently some of them have to bungee jump into their fishing boats. That's what I call effort. Let's also build some fishing factories as well as some cargo harbors, tasked to ensure a steady supply of high quality fish products. And with that, I mean high quality revenue. And with 48,000 fishermen, we are considered a colossal city, which unlocks the best, strongest and most overpowered building we could possibly build, the nuclear power plant, which produces colossal amounts of energy at a high waste of valuable drinking water. It's a win-win for everyone. That's a no-brainer. Glory to 800 megawatts of power. It appears that one of our streets has opened a gate into another dimension. In order to power our fish factories, we need more people, and these more people need a way to arrive in our city. I guess we could utilize the train tracks a little more and build some passenger train stations. The only difference between a passenger train station and a cargo train station is the type of cargo. While you think about that, look at that railroad crossing. Have you ever seen such a beauty? I'm sure you haven't. Welcome to Random Intersections part. I lost count. Some basic city services, residential and some innocent city parks. Now built. While the next part of our city grows, we can start preparing for the excavation of oil. I also want to see how terrible we can make the traffic situation, so I built some more cargo train stations to overload this crossing. Same procedure as always. Build a circle and the main road, as well as the main building. Enjoy while you still can, oil group. Yep, trustworthy, and there are our first oil pumps. Now I'm a responsible excavator, so I will place just a few. For now. Go little tankers, make me profit. I love how they are just spawning into existence. Within seconds, we reached level 3 and unlocked the large oil pump. Large pump, large amount of money. Let's waste no time. Oh yes, the chaos unfolds. I'm not kidding, the chaos truly unfolds. But as long as this number down here is green, I don't care. This crossing arena looks terrible. Maybe we can improve it just by a little. There we go. What a masterpiece it is. The traffic is flowing like crazy. No time for waiting for stupid trains. I've got fish to catch. These new streets surely require a lot of money to maintain. So let's even these costs by expanding our oil fields and cause more traffic. Name. Hope your breakfast was good, bridge. Eco water treatment plant. The best water treatment plant there is. Let's test. Time for a little experiment. Let's see if these plants can transform sewage to water, which is cool for our fishing industry. Clear some space. Don't worry, there are plenty of jobs in the oil fields. Since our oil pumps are polluting the environment a considerable bit, we shall help nature recover a little by treating our wastewater properly. Now with nature back on our side, we can continue to expand our oil fields. It will be totally fine. At this point, let's just enjoy everything we have created so far. Enough enjoyment, there's more money to be made. They actually released a DLC called Hotels and Retreats. This is most obviously false advertisement, since there is no safe retreat from me, but it allows us to build hotels and screw over not only our city population, but also foreign tourists in need of a quiet vacation. You picked the wrong town, fool! After fixing this messed up intersection with this beautiful roundabout, yes, this is supposed to be round, stop complaining. Hotels and hospitality is an expensive business to start, and I'm only making $100,000 profit. Therefore, it is vital to improve our oil industry first and cause more traffic. Beautiful. Now we need to find a place for our tourist Eden. New tile, you won. Get some basic infrastructure. Tourists are a special kind of human being. They can usually be found in large groups in and around airports. Scientists aren't 100% sure why, but I don't care as long as I can build an environmentally questionable airport into our city. And this area right here is perfect. Assign some space, build a terminal. Name. Better get insurance. That's it, and some stands. And a runway. Hope it's long enough. Let's also have a taxiway so our planes can move safely. And there we have our first planes. Have a safe... Okay, I'm sure you know what you're doing, because certainly I'm not. Finally, let's add some decorations like hangars and expand the area by a concave. Bus terminal, be eco-friendly and take a bus. Airport done. Back to hotels. Budget hotel, let's build some, because a lot of small money equals big money. Hotel chain. Let's see. Better sleep somewhere else or you... Aww. Let's stick with better sleep somewhere else then. Average popularity 1%. Perfect. That's what we are standing for. Demand for new houses is quite high, so let's build a small city with some forms of entertainment. Fishing, for instance. One of our crematoriums is on fire. I guess someone heated up the oven for too long. While we wait for more tourists, let's improve our airport with some medium-sized stands. Rental cabin. When there's a market, there's money to be made. Don't know why anyone would want to spend their holidays there, but as long as they pay me, I don't care. Since we reached 3 stars already, we can now build some nice city hotels. And, even better, a boat hotel for our tourists to brag about. I'm not questioning the usefulness of a permanently docked boat, which serves as a hotel, but you know how I am. As long as the money flows. Seriously, who would pay to stay on a permanently docked boat when you can actually pay to stay on an actual moving boat? Let's add some shops. Because apparently these guests hate the open ocean. We can also build a giant mountain lodge, except that we don't have any mountains, but our tourists don't have to know that. Our hotels make quite a lot of profit right now, but I guess this is enough chaos for one turn as a mayor. So let's just build one last part of our city where everything we have learned comes together. First build some infrastructure, again, and some fishing harbors. We haven't caused enough stress for this river's fauna. There's our network of streets, random intersections part 78, supply with power, the green and nuclear kind, add some city services, cause a magnificent flood, build a park with only random things in it, and some housing. Expensive hotels, commercial and office areas for our hotels to flourish, public transportation, why not, and fill out the rest. What a beautiful, beautiful and well-used chunk of land. Wouldn't you want to live here forever and all eternity? No need to answer, I know you would love to. I will watch my thriving fishing industry until City Skylines 2 comes out. Until then, thank you so much for watching the rise of Leaf while you're still still can build, and I'll see you next time when I create inexcusable crimes against the natural fauna of a moving border of water in the digital world.